Maddie Patty strikes first, ladies and gentlemen. Up big early in the first set. Coco would come back and even have a set point opportunity. As always, this content's brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. That's right, guys. Madison Keys up 4-1. Coco Gauff would storm back up 5-4 with a set point opportunity. And what had happened was Madison Keys went with a wide kick serve and Coco Gauff would net. Madison Keys would end up forcing a first set tiebreak where Coco Gauff would storm out of the gates early, up a mini break in the tiebreak 4-2. Coco Gauff would have the opportunity to just hold serve and she could have won the first set. However, Madison Keys relentless and she would actually go with another kick serve. Coco Gauff wide and long, and Madison Keys takes the first set. If we take a look at the first set statistics, ladies and gentlemen, 0 aces from either lady. However, guys, Madison Keys doing the better of the two and getting her first serves in play. Coco Gauff winning, though, the majority of the first serves. 76% win rate on the first serve is not too shabby. However, she's got to focus on the second serve. Both ladies struggling on the second serve overall. Both ladies 3 for 4 in breakpoint opportunities. Madison Keys slight edge on winners. However, making a lot more unforced errors as well. Now, heading into the second set, I would say she has to keep the intensity. She can't get down on herself. She's down a set, which means if she's going to make the semifinal or win the French Open, she's going to have to win this match in 3. I would say continue to play fast. Madison Keys, in terms of stamina now, she is nearly 10 years older than Coco. Coco has to realize this. She has to keep the pace fast, explosive, because Madison Keys striking her forehands at 85 miles an hour, she's going to wear down. She's going to get tired in a long, grueling match. As the fans are sprinkling into the stands. And again, the previous video, I talked about the scheduling. What do you guys think about the scheduling? Again, entering into the French Open is very difficult. You have thousands of people crowded on a sidewalk that all have to go through the gates, while slams like the U.S. Open, thousands of people getting off the train. There's this huge entrance into the U.S. Open where thousands of people can just walk through the, I don't know if you want to call it a boardwalk, whatever you want to call it, bridge. Thousands of people just walk into the U.S. Open, entering through, the numerous gates. Whereas the French Open, you have thousands of people stuck on a sidewalk. Yeah, there's multiple entrances, but it's all sidewalks. And I just think they have to be mindful when scheduling these superstars for these early matches. It's tough to get into the French Open. It really is. Now, if we take a look at quality of forehand, Madison Keys on a scale from 1 to 10, pace and just heaviness of the ball. She's at an 8.6, while Coco's still ahead of the draw, 7.2. But Madison Keys, again, I've talked about her forehand for many years. It's probably one of the fastest forehands on tour. However, if you want to beat Madison Keys, scouting report, you have to make her play inside the lines. That forehand, that heavy ball, that just enormous pace inside the baseline, she's going to make mistakes. You have to get Madison Keys inside the baseline. You have to play the short ball with her. You have to redirect, but it starts with returning. You have to get her on the back foot aggressively on the return. Tennis in a minute. Coco Gauff challenging a call here. Unsuccessful. We may have an official upset alert.